Welcome back. Hilltoppers about to hit the field offensively. Duke Keith, Jacob Boggs with you from the Sun Bowl. No score here early in the first quarter. Both teams trading punts. But the nation's #1 passer, Austin Reed, about ready to go back to work. And on cue, he'll hand the football off.
Begins with care. The care
Marquis
that says
Step on the
your
carry.
emergency
Oscar
is
Moore
our
on the stop.
emergency. So we're bringing you a level of attention that looks closer, deeper, and works more compassionately than ever before.
Gain of 2.
Because when it's serious, unexpected, or requires immediate attention, care lives in your neighborhood. Las Palmas del Sol Healthcare. 6 locations.
They'll wait to sub. Western Kentucky, of course, no huddle. Here's Reed. Deep over the middle, off the fingertips, a little high. Miners had that one well covered.
Yeah, there's some good pressure coming on UTEP's defensive line right there. But their deep line has been playing well this game. It's only the second series, but they've got a sack and a couple hurries already.
Dalvin Smith, really no opportunity to catch that ball. And that'll bring up 3rd and long again. Well, talking with Dana Dimble, this is exactly what he wanted to see.
Yes.
3-man front for the Miners. Everybody drops deep. Reed over the middle. The pass is knocked away. Intended for Easton Messer on the breakup, A.J. Odoms. Miners secondary coming up big again.
Yeah, their secondary is playing like they want an opportunity to go to a bowl game because this is a must-win for them right now.
Miners cannot afford any more losses. They have their 3 games remaining. At Middle Tennessee next week. But here tonight versus Western Kentucky. Miners looking for their first win in this series. 0 for 3. It's the first time since 2018 the programs have met. End-over-end kick by Tom Ellard. It takes a very good UTEP bounce up across midfield, and the Miners will start an excellent field position in Western Kentucky territory. Now they'll mark it back on the UTEP half of the field, 149 to the other. Timeout of the field. We'll be back with more from our first quarter here from the Sun Bowl. The Miners defensively have gotten exactly what they wanted. Can they make something happen on the offensive side of the football? Second possession for the Miners. They'll hand it off to Hankins, who'll plow forward for about 2. He'll get to the Western Kentucky half of the field from 149 to the other.
Yeah, and Duke, you mentioned UTEP's defense getting what they wanted. Right now, the Hilltoppers defense is getting what they wanted. Both teams gave up one big offensive play on their first series, and then they've basically kept the offenses in check after that.
Deion Hankins, 100 yards rushing in back-to-back games for the first time in his career in the loss to New Mexico State and the win versus Sam Houston. But number 3, after some early injury issues, the El Pasoan has really stepped forward. Quick pitch to Burgess around the right side. Again, the Toppers have him well sniffed out. Burgess is the guy they bring in to kind of give a little shake and bake with Hankins baking. Burgess likes to shake.
Yeah.
But Desmond Baker had that one well seen.
Yeah, great pursuit by the Hilltopper defense. That is just Burgess had nowhere to go, and secondary, the number 16 comes up and makes a great play.
Losses a yard to midfield. Another 3rd and long. They'll hand it to Burgess. The handoff, again, well pursued, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Well done for the Toppers, Corey Munson. They'll gain that yard back, but it'll be 4th and 8, and the Miners will punt it right back to the Hilltoppers. Josh Sloan, the rugby-style punter out of Australia. They've got a whole factory of guys now. There's like a clinic that goes on, and everybody's familiar with Aussie rules football out there. Very, very much like American football punters. That'll take a UTEP bounce inside the 10 and roll out of bounds around the 8-yard line. Another solid one for Sloan. Follows up a 47-yarder with about 40, call it officially, 41. And they'll mark it even further back. Well, that's excellent by the Aussie.
Yeah, where it seems like we're getting a really slow start. Both teams had one really good offensive play, and since then, neither one has done anything. So let's see what the Hilltoppers can do here.
It is indeed 42 yards down to the 7-yard line. And that's where Reed has to take over. They'll run the ball. Elijah Young moves the pile along with his offensive line. Good carry across the 10 to about the 12-yard line. Call that a healthy gain of 5 yards on first down up the middle. Tyrese Knight, the first stop for him this evening.
Yeah, and UTEP's expecting big plays from their middle linebacker, Tyrese Knight. Leading tackler in the nation, I believe, right now.
Over 100 this season for the second time consecutively. Spinning forward. That is Young again, and he'll be close to the first down, about half a yard shy of it. Third and short coming up. Praise Amekwele. UTEP's now all-time leading sack artist.
Congratulations, Prey. Good job.
Something you don't see every day. Austin Reed under center. Could we see a little brotherly shove here? Nobody's ready to shove, it looks like, but Reed will sneak it straight ahead. Looks like he's got the yardage. And there's the signal. Move the chains. The brotherly shove with no shoving.
Yeah, it's just the Hilltoppers got a good, nice push there on UTEP's defensive line. I mean, that's what it boils down to.
So the first down carry for the quarterback, who will get out and scramble sometimes, obviously there, just to push forward for a yard. And here's Reed. Little time. That one's broken up. Looking along that right side for the tight end, River Helms. Helms very much more a part of this Western Kentucky offense as the season has gone along, but Tyrese Knight was there to break it up.
Yeah, and you got to love the tight end, especially a big guy, 6'4", 225 pounds in River Helms. I would go to the tight end more than that.
Reed looking at the sidelines. Corley's the man in motion. They'll hand it off up the middle. Davian Irvin Poindexter on the carry. And it's good, but it's going to be third and long. Good carry of 5 yards up the middle. Might give him that half yard. No, they're still about 5 away from the sticks.
Yeah, and good blocking up front. UTEP's got to get off blocks and make a tackle.
A mid-range third down for Reed and the Toppers. Back to pass. Reed flushed out. Will throw one long, and what a grab! Over his shoulder, Dalvin Smith makes the catch. It's incomplete. He was out of bounds. Was not able to bring it down and keep it, and that is going to force the punt again.
What a beautiful catch. It looked like he might have been in bounds.
He was. He didn't keep a hold of the ball.
Didn't keep hold of the ball. Yep.
So here's Ellard for the third time tonight. Torrance Burgess deep for the Miners. Dana Dimmel talking to us about wanting to see some fireworks in the special teams department. Kind of a line drive kick that will take a Western Kentucky roll inside the 20-yard line. Does that count as yards after the catch for a punter? After contact with the ground, it rolls inside of the 20, inside the 20 to the 17. So nicely done by Ellard. Timeout on the field, so we'll take one as well. Back with more from our first quarter as we continue from El Paso. Pass is complete. First completion of the night for Cade McConnell out along the left side. As the Miners trying to shake things up a little bit. Out to Kelly Akari, his first reception, and a healthy gain of 7 yards. And the Miners needed that pass play, didn't they?
They needed that pass play. Western Kentucky's been stacking the box and anticipating UTEP running the ball, and they've been doing a good job stopping the run.
Akari out on that left side. Gives the Miners 2nd and 3. Burgess is the running back in protection for McConnell. Out to Ballard. That pass is complete for the first down. Up to the 29-yard line. So the Miners throwing to the edges, but it's worked.
Yep. Chipping away, nickel and diming right now. But it's working for them. They need to move the ball. They need to move it one way or another. Right now, the running game is not working.
Well, a pitch to the left and a pitch to the right. Miners do get the first down. They'll hand it off here. Burgess. Nice moves. Had to be yanked down by the front of his jersey by Williams. But Burgess will be close to another Miner first down, gain of 9.
Yeah, and I stand correct myself. Great push by the offensive line, and Burgess, little guy, just squeaks in there, and a little shifty guy. He's quick and fast.
We'll call it a gain of 8. Up to the 37. They'll hand it again. Burgess looking for a hole. Great moves by the youngster. Out across midfield and into Western Kentucky territory. Finally pushed out by T.K. Williams.
Yeah, really good job by the line. A good job by Burgess finding a seam and breaking it outside. This is where Coach Dimmel likes to throw a deep ball. Look out for Kelly Akari coming up. Yeah, great jobs. He's got great vision. Breaks in the secondary and take him out.
Bounces out to the outside. Very nicely done for the Miners. Will they throw it deep here? McConnell not afraid to throw that deep ball. I think they want to put him in situations where he has an opportunity to complete it. They'll hand it to Hankins. Hankins up around the neck. He's looking for a face mask. He's not going to get it. Aaron Key on the stop. Across the 45 just. Call it a gain of 3.
I think I upset UTEP. I said they weren't running the ball well, and then right after that, they've had 3 good plays of running the ball.
Are they tapping our comms?
They might be.
I'll tell you what. 2nd and 7 for the Miners. No flags on that. No contact made with the face mask, although the hit was up high around the neck. They'll fake the give to Hankins, and they'll take their deep shot here. McConnell ranging back for it. It's just a touch underthrown, and not able to make the adjustment was Ballard.
Yeah, McConnell didn't look set. He didn't look comfortable back there. There was a little bit of pressure coming in. It was somewhat of a slow developing play, as you can see here. Yeah, he just didn't get his seat set as he was going to be rushed right there.
Trying to make the adjustment and come back for it. Not able to get there. Not Ballard, it's Amari White. So that'll bring up 3rd and 7. Another 3rd and long facing the Miners. The pass is over the head of the fullback, running out. The man in motion for UTEP, Julian Lopez. Just a little too much zip on that.
Just a little bit too much. Just needed to be dropped in there a little bit lighter, and it would have been okay. But that's a tough throw right there. He was throwing it over a defender toward the sideline.
So good read by McConnell to get the loft on it, but just not able to put the touch.
And great job by the Hilltopper defense coming out with the 30 and out there.
End over end punt by Sloan, who's trying to chip that one. It'll be fair caught by Katie Hutchinson inside the 15-yard line. Inside the 10. No, it is the 15, down to the 14. So a little touch by the Aussie that time. Western Kentucky has not had good field position to start any of their drives this evening.
They have not. And they made a little progress last series, but UTEP was able to come up with the stop. So let's see what these guys can do right here.
Well, it's been a defensive stalemate for both sides of the ball so far.
Sure has. Just as both coaches alluded to, you never know who's going to win in a Conference USA game. You don't know who's going to show up that night.
It is a dog-eat-dog conference, and both coaches alluding to that. Pass is complete, but the Miners have that one well sniffed out. Out to Corley, who makes his first catch of the evening. Stopped by Josiah Allen. And it's about a half-yard loss. So Corley with his first reception, but it is a loss of 1. Well, both defenses have come to play tonight so far. Here's Reed. Under pressure, has to get rid of the ball. Try to find Irvin Poindexter, who was the hot route, the hotkey out there, but great pressure applied by Westmoreland. Maurice Westmoreland almost got a hold of Austin Reed.
Yeah, really good job by UTEP's defense and good job by Westmoreland putting some pressure on the quarterback because he had a receiver that was open.
The hot route was there, Irvin Poindexter. Basically thrown at his feet, though, under pressure. So 3rd and long again for the Hilltoppers. Miners coaching staff trying to fire up the crowd along the sidelines. They'll give it up the middle. Nice spin move, keeping the feet moving, was Irvin Poindexter, but he is brought down a yard shy of the first down marker. It's a healthy gain of 10, though.
It's a very healthy gain of 10. UTEP has to play run first, always. Anticipate the pass, but play run. Yeah, what a great play call. And some missed tackles by UTEP. They've been playing so well on defense. Here's a few missed tackles. They almost paid for it.
Josiah Allen stops the first down, and Western Kentucky will punt the football. Tom Ellard and Josh Sloan have been very busy tonight. Burgess, the deep man, set up across his own 30 and whistles to stop play. We have a timeout. Nope, that's the end of the first quarter. No score after our first 15. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter when we resume right here on ESPN. Welcome back to the Sun Bowl, an absolutely gorgeous evening for some college football. As we take a look at the series history between these two teams, Duke Keith, Jacob Boggs with you. Western Kentucky's won all 3 games, including the very first one way back in 2014. And it's been 5 years since they've even played. But it's just the way the conference has been stacked up. Hasn't happened often, but Western Kentucky's dominated the series so far. Hilltoppers will punt the football away to begin the second quarter. Again, the punters, Tom Ellard and Joshua Sloan, have been maybe the busiest single players out on the field. And looks like Western Kentucky's called a timeout. They may think about it.
Looks like they may think about it, or they're trying to draw UTEP offsides, one of the two.
So we take a look at the quarterbacks today. These are the guys we keyed on. Austin Reed, again, coming and leading the nation in passing yardage. 4,746 as he entered the game. Of course, Cade McConnell in just his fourth ever start, the redshirt sophomore, fourth stringer. And certainly our best to Gavin Hardison. We understand that there might be some issues that will keep him out for the rest of the season. But Western Kentucky certainly has a good one in Austin Reed. Miners hoping to have a good one in Cade McConnell. So far, so good. 2-1 as a starter.
Yeah, I think Cade McConnell has a bright future. And with the transfer portal, hopefully he sticks around.
That one will be bouncing around. It takes a bit of a UTEP bounce. Scrambled. Was it touched by the Miners? It was, well, there's no signal from the officials. Western Kentucky saying that Burgess may have touched the ball.
It looked like there was a bit of a wrestling match going on, and a Western Kentucky player was trying to push a UTEP player. Let's take a look here at the replay. This ball bounces. Nobody's touching it yet.
Kind of impeded, and yeah, basically trying to push him into the ball.
Yeah, and you can't do that. So
Talik Allen. It is a Miners first down. Well, Talik Allen was trying to make Burgess make contact with the ball.
Hey, he tried. He tried.
Well, you know, A for effort, right?
That's right.
Looking for something to break loose in a game that's been a bit of a tightrope walk, but walked very well by both defenses so far.
Excellent, excellent defensive play.
So here's McConnell. Hankins back in at running back. They'll give the ball to the man they call Tankins, and there's why. Up near the first down marker. By the line judge's foot, he's got it. Exactly at 10 yards. TK Williams on the stop. He's such a load when he's healthy.
He is. He is. He's, again, as we mentioned before, he's the 600-pound squatter.
Good gosh.
And they tell him not to squat any more than that.
Again to Hankins, and why not? Riding the hot hand. The legs keep churning, and another healthy gain. 2nd and 3 coming up after a 7-yard pickup by Deion Hankins. Hankins will get a rest here. Burgess in at running back. They'll also bring out the fullback, Julian Lopez. They'll hand it to Burgess. Burgess darts through. He's got the first down and more. Across the 40 to about the 38 before he's run out by TK Williams. Well, we were joking about the punters. I think TK Williams has been the busiest man in the football field.
I agree. Let's take a look at the replay. Run to the short side of the ball. Nice play by Burgess.
Just sliding off of guys and continuing on his way.
He's slippery.
Again to Burgess. Has to make a move. Western Kentucky had it sniffed out. Burgess did well to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well done by the defense. And Corbin Howard on the stop. So no gain in the play. Burgess did all he could just to get back to the 39-yard line. They'll hand it to number 5 again. Burgess bouncing it to the outside and has a lane. across the 25, close to the 20, first down Miners. And when you're running the ball that effectively, why stop what you're doing?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what UTEP's thinking right now. And Hilltoppers are stacking the box, but UTEP's now getting a hat on bodies, which they were not earlier.
Finally pushed out of bounds by Nazir Ward. But the Miners in business from the Western Kentucky 21. Deepest penetration for either team offensively so far. To Burgess again. Burgess off tackle. Positive yardage inside the 20, close to the 17. The takedown by Dallas Walker. UTEP putting pressure on that secondary, getting running backs past that first initial line of scrimmage into that second level.
Yeah, and the Hilltoppers know what UTEP's going to do. They know they want to run the ball, and if they can establish the run game, it's going to be hard to beat UTEP.
Hankins back in now. They'll fake the handoff. McConnell rolls to the right. The pitch and catch to Ballard is complete. Won't be enough for the first down. That is stopped at the 15-yard line by Simpkins. Kendrick Simpkins was there.
Yeah, and receiver was wide open, but good job by Simpkins coming up and making a solid tackle right there.
Ballard just nowhere else to go. But the Miners a couple of yards away. And the first down marker set at the 11-yard line. Third and short. But the Miners certainly don't want to come away empty here. It is Hankins, as you would expect, if they're going to run the ball on short yardage. And they will. And he will have the first down inside the 10-yard line. First and goal, UTEP.
Yeah, right now UTEP's just saying, you know what we're going to do, try to stop us. And that's the game they're playing right now.
Exactly to the 10. So a good pickup of 3 yards for number 3, and the Miners back in business. Hankins 41 yards on 8 carries.
Free play.
Free play. McConnell will loft it to the end zone and out over the outstretched arms of Ballard. Some movement. The flag's down, but it's going to be on the Toppers. Although there is a conference, let's see. Our officials, Garrett Dickerson, the head referee. Not so fast. So back to the 15-yard line. It remains first and goal, but a little further away. Key ran up to the line, but apparently didn't cross it. And they say the Miners drew him offside. So first and goal from the 15. Three receivers out for the Miners. They will hand to Hankins, but whistles stop the play before it really begins. We may have a timeout. Nope, delay of game. Wow. 2 huge penalties on the Miners. First and goal from the 10, now back to the 20-yard line. It remains first and goal, but Miners moving the wrong way.
Yeah, exactly. And Coach Dimel was talking about how they need to come away with touchdowns in the red zone and not these field goals. And right now they're getting ready to push themselves out of field goal range if they don't watch it.
For Buzz Flabiano, place kicker who won the Miners their game at Sam Houston and is Conference USA Special Teams Player of the Week as a result. They will hand to Burgess. Well wrapped up by Baker. Got him at the line of scrimmage. Burgess able to spin loose for close to 4 yards inside the 17, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they're just trying to gain some yardage back, and maybe Burgess slips off of somebody and makes a big play, but looks like they're just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Get what they can.
They will mark him across the 17, call it statistically the 16. So 2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. Again, the give to Burgess. Hunting for a hole. Almost stumbles, keeps his feet, and he's inside the 5-yard line before he falls over. 3rd and goal from the 4. And
well,
you have to, go ahead.
Yeah, this is great patience right here. Burgess kind of stutters right here. Oh, that's why I thought it was great patience. It was just him stuttering and slipping. But good job keeping his balance and staying up. Just a little short.
Nobody touched him on the play. The turf monster got him in the end.
Yep.
But 3rd and goal from the 4. He sets the Miners up in some good position. And they will bring in Deion Hankins. And they will hand the ball to number 3. And it will be 4th down. Hankins into the pile. Looks like he lost a yard. Back to the 5, and 4th and goal coming up. Anthony Breckenridge leads the charge for Western Kentucky.
Well, that was a great series by UTEP. They've got to finish now with this field goal, but they were able to take a lot of time off the clock as well and keep the ball out of Austin Reed's hands.
Well, that's another important factor for this. Buzz Flabiano from 22 yards out. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Buzz Flabiano making college football's all-name team and putting the Miners ahead 3-0. 6:29 left in the half. Boy, the Miners with an excellent drive. We'll talk about it when we come back on the other side right after this. Welcome back as we take a look at Tyson Hilton on the sidelines for Western Kentucky. Coach Hilton, the 21st head football coach at Western Kentucky, 4 bowl games in his first 4 years. This is his first job in the coaching business, but what a job he's done.
He's an amazing coach, and he's a young coach who's hungry, and he's well loved in Western Kentucky in Bowling Green. So I see him being there for a little while.
Everybody gripes and moans about the transfer portal and NIL. Tyson Hilton embraces it.
He does. He says, hey, here's the rules we're dealing with. Let's embrace them.
Embrace the chaos. Well, the Miners providing a little chaos of their own. 8-minute, 18-second drive resulting in the Buzz Flabiano field goal from 22 yards, 12 plays, 59-yard drive. That is Dana Dimble football, isn't it?
It sure is, and UTEP did exactly what they wanted to do other than finish with a touchdown. But curious to see how the Hilltoppers respond, and you never know. You got Austin Reed over there. He's ready to roll.
So we see Dana Dimble in his 6th season as the UTEP head man. 12th season as a head coach. He was at Houston. Interestingly, after Tyson Hilton's dad, Kim, was the head football coach, and at Wyoming as well. Kim Hilton and Tyson Hilton, the first father-son duo to be Coach of the Year in Conference USA.
That's right.
In any sport. Good gain here on Western Kentucky's first play after the Miners scoring drive. 2nd and 6 coming up after the run up the middle. Elijah Young for a gain of 4. Austin Reed, just 1 completed pass, 1 for 7, -1 yard. Miners again pressure. Reed has to throw that away. He was looking in the vicinity was Malachi Corley, but the Miners with the pressure tonight, Bradley Dale Pavito has dialed up some good ones.
Yeah, you can see here they're looking at setting up a screenplay, and just ball was just overflown, thrown a little bit. Great pressure by UTEP. He had nowhere to go.
So another 3rd and long. Reed deep, pressure again. Pocket stays open. The pass is completed. Oh, what a grab. How about that in double coverage? Dalvin Smith comes up with that ball.
Yeah, what a grab and what a throw, too. That was a dart.
Western Kentucky wants to go fast. Flags down as Elijah Young takes the carry. It goes so fast, you might get people lined up in the neutral zone. Good cover by Oscar Moore. But this play might not count. It is an offside. And that's the danger. No huddle. You have to get yourself set. And an extra pickup of 5 yards, 1st and 5.
Yeah, there haven't been many first downs by the Hilltoppers, but UTEP's got to be ready. Be ready and get back. Look at this. What a dart right there.
Heck of a completion and a great catch by Dalvin Smith. Here's Reed. Play held up by the officials to get the substitutions in. Reed under pressure again, throws off his back foot, and it's picked off. What a play by Oscar Moore. Moore still on his feet across midfield and run out of bounds. The turnover gives the Miners the ball back. That was all pressure, but there is a flag down in the defensive secondary. Let's see what this is.
Flag down and a player down. UTEP player.
That's Richardson. So the pickoff by Oscar Moore. Torrey Richardson being tended to. So the block in the back is going to negate the huge return after the interception by Oscar Moore. But again,
you have Austin Reed throwing off his back foot and trying to make something happen, and there's triple coverage right there. So he was just, I don't know what he was thinking there, but he was just trying to make a play.
Well, the Miners force the mistake. We've got a turnover and a timeout on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Miners from their own 23-yard line. Here from the Sun Bowl. Welcome back to the Sun Bowl. Duke, Keith Jacob Boggs with you. Miners with possession of the ball from their own 23-yard line after the huge pick. Here's McConnell. He's going to go deep. McConnell's got a man open. What a grab by Akari. Kelly Akari, 1st and 10 Miners at the Western Kentucky 32. Tyson Helton talked about how the Miners like to go deep. What a play call.
What a play call and great protection. And good job coming out on 1st down and taking the chance by Coach Dimmel.
Cade McConnell and Kelly Akari put the Miners in business on the Hilltoppers half of the field. Down to the 33, they'll mark it. 1st and 10 UTEP, and now it's a keeper. McConnell around the left side. They fake the give to Hankins. And McConnell is going to have a 1st down. Gain of 11 in the play to the Western Kentucky 22. 44 yards on that pass play to Akari. Miners have a man down right now. For UTEP, that's one of the linemen. It's 79, Elijah Klein. Well, the Miners have had a makeshift offensive line, and Dana Dimmel talked to us about that this week.
Yes.
Guys playing left tackle, right tackle, all over the place.
Yeah, they're playing all over the place, exactly. This is not good for UTEP, but right now, as far as their season's been going, it's been next man up. So let's see who's coming in and see if they can step up and keep the momentum going.
Well, he has talked about the fill-ins, the youngsters that he's recruited, having to step up, and they've done it. The Miners, again, 2-1 in their last 3 games and trying to stay alive for bowl eligibility. They'll give to Hankins here. Met firmly and dragged down at the line of scrimmage. Good work by Western Kentucky's Desmond Baker, among others. Kind of led the charge there. It is a gain of 2 to the 20.
Yeah, it was nice seeing McConnell pull the ball away the previous play. As a matter of fact, our spotter, Alberto Urrieta, mentioned they haven't done that in a while.
It's a good keeper by the sophomore QB. Fooled everybody, including Western Kentucky. So the Miners trying to get 6 here. Dana Dimel talked about getting those red zone opportunities and getting the full 6 points. But they'll give to Hankins. Full charge up the middle. It's another short carry on the stop. Terrion Thompson. Just a little more than 3 yards down to the 17. So 3rd down and 5 for UTEP. They want the touchdown. What do you do to get it down here inside the red zone?
Yeah, I like play action. I always like play action, especially with a running team like UTEP.
Well, Burgess is the running back. Miners with 4 receivers out. They'll hit the quick hitter to the tight end. That's a good, healthy gain. Zach Fryer out there to make the quick catch, the man in motion, but he's not going to have enough for the first down. The gain is 4. They needed 5.
Yeah, I like the play call. Great play call, but also great play by Hilltoppers D.
Devin Lynch on the stop prevents the first down for Western Kentucky. And the Miners appear to be going for it.
And I can't say that I blame him.
Here's the brotherly shove. McConnell on the keeper.
It's going to be close.
Wow.
It's going to be close.
Let's see where they mark it.
It's going to be close.
Foot on the line. It's Hurley, Kevin Hurley, on the keeper there. We said we'd heard from Coach Dimel that Hurley would spell McConnell, especially in some of these short yardage situations.
Yeah, looks like they got it.
They will give the Miners the first down. They needed one, they got one. And McConnell back out to replace Hurley. Under 2 minutes now in the first half, and the Miners driving. Following up an 8-minute, 18-second drive with another time chewer. They'll give to Burgess. Getting through, and he's inside the 5. Down to the 4-yard line. On the stop, Hosea Wheeler.
Yeah, Burgess is running like a man possessed right now. He's not a big guy, but man, he gets in there and he's aggressive.
Burgess getting the Miners 2 yards away. They can get another first down here. Burgess with over 70 yards from scrimmage. They'll give it to him again. Picking his way through and gets taken down by his foot. Western Kentucky player down as a result. Lonnie Rice is the injured player. He is the man who made the touchdown-saving stop.
Let's see right here. Yeah, look.
She
looks like got kicked in the face, maybe the
Yeah.
throat.
Just trying to stand in the way, which he did. It stopped 6 points.
Yeah, it did.
A necessary grab. But up under his own steam, and that's good to see. And a timeout taken apparently by the Miners, if I saw the official signal correctly. Let's see. Well, we've got a timeout on the field, but nobody signaled anything. Now we have it. So, timeout on the field. We'll take a break and be back in moments. Miners driving with 47 seconds left in the first half. More from the Sun Bowl in a minute. Welcome back to the Sun Bowl. 3rd and 1 for the Miners, who can get another first down. 47 ticks left in the half. Duke Keith, Jacob Boggs with you as the Miners over 4 minutes in this current drive, 8 plays long. 9th play of the drive here. They'll hand to Hankins, trying to bull his way forward, and he's dragged back. Does not have the first down either. No gain on the play. So that'll bring up 4th down. Deontay McCray on the stop. And we may have another timeout taken by the Miners. So the Miners call another timeout. 4th and goal and decision time for Dana Dimel.
I think we know what he's going to do.
You think go for it?
I have no doubt he's going for it.
All right, well, we'll find out on the other side of the break. Back in moments here from the Sun Bowl. Welcome back, everybody. 4th and goal for the Miners. Cade McConnell will be the quarterback. Miners on the field. Duke Keith, Jacob Boggs with you. Clutch time for the Miners. They want 6. You were absolutely right, Jacob. .37 seconds remaining in the half. 4th down and 1. And away from center from McConnell. Hankins out with him. Number 3 pushing forward. He is met at the line of scrimmage. He will not have the first down. Western Kentucky stacks the line, and a turnover on downs. The Miners come away empty.
Yeah, so they leave 3 points on the board. They could have kicked a field goal. Western Kentucky, however, gets the ball deep in UTEP territory. So, yeah, right here is nice push. I mean, everybody knew what UTEP was going to do. They were going to run the ball. So just didn't know if it was going to be the bunch formation or what formation they're going to come out in. But now Western Kentucky has a long way to go with 33 seconds. So let's see. There's a lot of confidence in UTEP's defense right now.
Reed just 2 for 10 so far with 13 yards passing as the Miners. The field goal drive went over 8 minutes. This went 4:23 in 10 plays. So UTEP does have that. Their defense has performed wonderfully, and they'll take a knee here and go in at the half down by just 3. You've got to think that Tyson Helton likes that position here. The Miners will get the ball to start the second half, but an excellent defensive stand.
I agree. Hilltoppers played really. They came up with a stop when they needed it. UTEP's offense has played well the last couple series, but Hilltoppers came up with a big stop there, and
that's the score at the half, 3-0, as the Miners not able to convert on 4th down. Torrance Burgess has had himself a half. Plenty more coming up as we continue. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sun Bowl. The M is lit for homecoming here on the UTEP campus. The Miner Mountain, M Mountain, out behind the Sun Bowl Stadium, one of the more picturesque stadiums in the entire nation. I've been to Tennessee, haven't been to Washington. I'd love to be. There have been some beautiful stadiums around college football. Sun Bowl's got everything on those and then some. Duke Keith, Jacob Boggs with you as the Miners lead it 3-0 at the half. We'll take a look at the first half highlights. And Jacob, big plays early on the ground here for Western Kentucky as well as for UTEP, but it's only 3-0 at the half.
Yeah, with that first play, I think UTEP fans were thinking, oh boy, here we go. But UTEP stepped up, and it's been quite a defensive game.
Young with 40 yards in the first half, much of that on that first carry. Torrance Burgess has been the man for the Miners on the ground. He along with Deion Hankins, but it's Burgess with 78 yards on 12 carries. Hankins with 44 yards on 12 carries as well. It's been a back-and-forth affair. So we see Burgess has found his ways through offensively for the Miners. Great work when they are able to get him out into space on the sidelines.
Absolutely. And speaking of running the ball so much, UTEP has just controlled the game. The time of possession they have is 20 minutes, 42 seconds, I believe, to Western Kentucky's 9 minutes and 18 seconds. So And normally Western Kentucky, they have the ball in a game for about 28 minutes. So they're behind the 8 ball on that.
Off his back foot, there you see the interception. What a big play. Reed throwing off his back foot. The interception by the Miners' Oscar Moore. That really put the Miners in business. Right back at it. This was after they scored the field goal. Big pass play up the middle, but then Deion Hankins thwarted twice here for UTEP, including on 4th down and the turnovers. And we'll be back with more as we get ready for our second half after this. Welcome back, everybody, as we take a look at the conference standings. Liberty has wrapped up a berth in the Conference USA Championship game. Jacksonville State 5-1. They are, because they've just made the jump up to FBS, ineligible to compete in the Conference USA Championship, which, I don't know. You and I were talking before the game, Jacob. I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't know if that's an NCAA rule.
I don't either. If you're playing in the conference, why can't you compete?
But that leaves the door open for New Mexico State, playing at home versus Middle Tennessee currently. Western Kentucky, though, right there in 4th place in the conference at 2-2. But it's there for the taking if New Mexico State stumbles for the Hilltoppers to be in the championship game.
Absolutely it does. This is the big game right here. Big second half.
If you're the UTEP Miners, obviously you feel like you should be up 10-0. I think Dana Dimmel feels like he should be up 10-0. They're up 3-0. But they have controlled everything else except the scoreboard really has gone absolutely UTEP's way. And even so, they're up 3-0. It's only 3-0.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with going for it on 4th and 1. However, we were talking about how Coach Dimmel likes the bunch formation. They opted out of the bunch formation, didn't get it. So, you question that, but at the same time, it was you got to go for it. This type of game, you go for the touchdown.
I don't think anybody questions Dana Dibble's wanting to go for it and get the full 6 points down there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But the Miners come away empty. Western Kentucky, their defense stiffens when they absolutely needed them to. And I would imagine that Western Kentucky, they took a knee to end the half. They were very happy to go back to the locker room down 3-0.
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. So it's going to be a great second half. Look forward to seeing what happens. Let's see what kind of adjustments are made.
Miners will receive the ball to start the second half of play. Tyson Helton has to feel good that his defense has done what it's done. Cade McConnell, for his part, 6 of 9 for 63 yards. But Dana Dimmel, the happier coach when it comes to the defensive side of the football. Reed just 2 for 10, 13 yards. You saw during the highlight package that pass over the middle. That was the biggest passing play, actually one of only 2, the completion to Dalvin Smith. As we're underway for the second half, and it will be into the end zone. As the Miners will take a knee and take it at the 25. But just an outstanding job, including a takeaway for that UTEP D.
Well, the second half is going to be big on turnovers as well. So let's see what UTEP can do. Let's see what Western Kentucky can do. Western Kentucky's 3rd in the country for turnovers. Takeaways, I should say.
Well, so far that belongs to the Miners with the 1 interception by Oscar Moore. And again, it was basically airmailed to him by Austin Reed. They'll roll out McConnell this time. First down throw is complete over the middle to Jeremiah Ballard.
I do like the aggressive play call coming out. And I say aggressive, it's probably not aggressive, but the UTEP coming out and throwing the ball on first down.
Guidry on the stop for Western Kentucky, and it's good for 15 yards up to the Miners' 40. So a positive pass play to start this drive for UTEP. They'll give to Hankins, trying to pick his way through. That's a healthy gain of close to 4 yards out to the 44-yard line. So the Miners, good balance of a pass play to start things, and then, of course, you know Deion Hankins is going to get his carries.
Absolutely. Just create a little gap for him and let him up to the second level. He does a good job with that.
They'll give it again. Nope. McConnell's going to go deep. Over the top, and it's incomplete. Just a touch overthrown. Looking for the big tight end, Zach Fryer.
Yeah, good protection up front. McConnell's got time to throw. He delivers a pretty good ball, but just a tad overthrown, like you said, but good coverage. I don't think that he would have caught the ball anyway.
Fryer is a large tight end, but they had the big man out in space. There's not quite enough touch, and that'll bring up 3rd and long. McConnell out in space. It's Zachary for the first down and more. Great protection, and McConnell able to pick his spot. Virgil Marshall on the stop.
Yep, good job.
So an absolutely huge 3rd and long conversion for that Miners offense.
Yes, big time conversion, and they didn't try to run the ball. They're throwing the ball now. They're feeling more comfortable with McConnell. Looks like McConnell's settling down a little bit and being very confident in his throws.
They'll hand it here to Burgess, scrambling his way around the right end. Well wrapped up and spins his way out for a little bit more. Solid job. Virgil Marshall had him around the waist. Took a little bit to get the young man down. It's a gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, good pursuit by the Hilltoppers, but man, Burgess, he's slippery.
Burgess will remain the running back. This will get him up to about 82 yards with that last carry. They'll hand the ball to number 5 again. Burgess wrapped up that time. Great anticipation. Nico Cooper on the stop. The linebacker ranging up, and no gain in the play. So Western Kentucky will run in 3 new players. Strengthen the front for a 3rd and 6. Miners just 2 for 8 on 3rd downs. McConnell hit as he throws the ball, and it is going to land incomplete. Great pressure applied by Sebastian Benjamin. And McConnell just has to get rid of the football in a hurry.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. Hilltoppers did a good job bringing the pressure where they needed to from the outside, as you can see here. And McConnell had nowhere to go. He just had to get rid of it.
So Josh Sloan will come in and try to pin the Hilltoppers deep. Looking for placement over distance here. And timeout taken by the Miners.
Interesting. Looks like Coach Demo might want a little time to think about this one.
All right, well, we have a timeout on the field, so we'll take one as well. Back on the other side, 3rd quarter action from the Sun Bowl with the Miners on top, 3-0. Welcome back. Well, the Miners will go for it here on 4th and 6. Dana Dimmel wanted a timeout to think about it. Don't know if he'll try to draw him offside and get 5 yards closer. Maybe, perhaps Buzz Flabiano could be brought in. 51 yards, 52 yards would be an attempted field goal from this distance. No, the Miners will run a play. Here's McConnell back to throw. They'll throw it into space, and it is just away from the fingertips of Amari White. So that was the play design. The pass was off target.
Yeah, looked like Mario White was open. If the ball just gets there a little smoother, he's got a first down. So good play call. I don't I think Coach Nemel did the right thing. Good play call, and he's got confidence in his defense right now.
Thrown to the sticks.
Yep.
But just a little off target for the youngster, Cade McConnell. And now Reed ready to go to work. Nation's leading passer has been held to 13 yards in the first half. And they'll run the football on their first play of the second half. Elijah Young brought down by Jalen Rudolph. Call it a gain of 3. Out to the 30. Oh, strike that. A gain of 2. Out to the 36. So if you're Coach Helton, what do you want to see happen here offensively, other than make some passes?
Yeah, you want
the field.
You want to see some first downs is what you want to see.
They'll give to Young again. Young's going to have that first down and more. Young is off to the races. He's going to go. No one can catch him. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
Just like that, UTEP does not convert on fourth down. 2 plays later, 3 plays later, Hilltoppers are in the end zone.
64 yards to the house. And they've done it on the ground, Western Kentucky. On top 6-3. Here is Lucas Canero to attempt the PAT. And out of nothing, Western Kentucky finds their groove on the Sun Bowl turf. 64 yards to the house for Elijah Young. And it's 7-3 Western Kentucky. We've got a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Back after this on ESPN. Welcome back, everybody. Duke Keith Jacob Boggs with you. Western Kentucky, a 2-play, 66-yard drive, 64 of which was taken by Elijah Young. What happened, Jacob?
Well, it looks like, so there's definitely some good blocking up front, but UTEP did come up and whiff a tackle. So there was a missed tackle on that play, and that's what allowed Elijah Young to take it to the house.
Western Kentucky to kick it off. Miners have got to find a way into the end zone. They'll down it here for the touchback and take over at their own 25-yard line. Miners have been able to move the ball up the field, but getting near that red zone inside the 30-yard line, it's all stalled out.
Yeah, it absolutely has. And this is a game right now where UTEP is winning, dominating in every statistical category except for the scoreboard.
Well, you knew Tyson Helton was counting his lucky stars when he went into the half down 3-0. He says, you know what, we'll take a knee and say thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, regroup at half, and they've come out and they've played well.
It is McConnell. He'll hand off and around the left-hand side. That is Amari White. Wide receiver coming over to take a carry. That'll gain 3 on the stop. Corbin Hayward. That'll get up to the 28-yard line, 2nd and 7. To Hankins. Little stutter step as he bursts through, and he'll have almost enough to call it 6.5, about a half yard shy of the first down marker. Jaden Loving on the stop. And whistle is blown for an injured Miner. That appears to be Elijah Boyd, the tight end. It's interesting, Jacob, the tight end has not been, they only occasionally target tight ends in this UTEP offense, at least this season. And it makes you wonder exactly what's going on, because this is a team that it would seem would want to throw to the tight end a lot more.
I agree with you, Duke, especially a team that focuses on running the ball so much. usually the tight end's one of those guys that can come off a block, slip out, and catch a pass, pick up some first downs. So I don't know either.
You played with a pretty good one, didn't you, Brian Matkin?
I sure did. He was a first-team All-American at the time.
For a conference championship UTEP football team. And it's interesting, we talked a bit in the first half. This Miners team has showed an awful lot of fight. They still have bowl eligibility to play for, and they're playing like that, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are. They're hungry. They want it. UTEP is a good football team, and the record's not showing that. So they're playing like they want to play in a bowl game. So, but they've got to win this game.
Western Kentucky, some late substitutions, and they will take a timeout to get their men off the field. So both teams have taken a timeout early on in the second half. Miners in that bunch formation. And we've heard a lot about brotherly shove. UTEP's been doing this for a number of years, basically since Dana Dimble came here 6 seasons ago, and they can throw out of this formation too.
Absolutely they can. They've had success throwing out of this. They haven't done it too much this season, but they've done it in years past. And that tight end, as we just mentioned, is usually wide open.
The tight end or the fullback.
Or the fullback, exactly.
Julian Lopez has done an outstanding job catching footballs from time to time. Again, in the bunch. And in at quarterback, it's Kevin Hurley. Looks like they've got the first down. No misdirection, no throws, just straight ahead. And it should be enough. Although we will see with the spot of the football. Waiting for the lines judges to see. Look by the replay that he has the first down, and indeed, they will move the sticks. So Kevin Hurley, job done. Back to the sideline for Cade McConnell.
Yeah, he served his role, that's for sure.
Well, Hurley and McConnell basically the only two healthy quarterbacks at this point. We talked about Gavin Hardison earlier. We'll learn a little more about that later on. McConnell's going to go deep off play action, and it's picked off. What a great interception. Jumping up to make that grab, Davion Williams. As they look for Jeremiah Ballard out there. An excellent pick by Davion Williams.
Yeah, so McConnell's got plenty of time to throw. He has his man, but he is running right into Williams there. So, you know, as a receiver too, you have to have awareness of where you are on the field, and if you see a gap, you've got to pull up a little. That's where receiver-quarterback communication, they have to be on the same page, and they just haven't played enough. They haven't had enough reps to get that down.
So Austin Reed back out there getting an opportunity here from the 41-yard line, and they'll hand it off again. Much like UTEP, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Carry up the middle by Xavier Shaw, Marquise Stepp, stopped by Stone Tongahua. Gain of about 1.5 yards. We'll make the quick pass play. That is completed to Dalvin Smith. Good stop by A.J. Odoms. But that'll bring up 3rd and short. Western Kentucky back to its passing ways. Dink and dunk their way up the field.
That's exactly what they're doing. And a good stop by UTEP right there. Odoms made a good play on the ball.
Well, Western Kentucky is exactly where they want to be in their offensive progression. 3rd and short. Holiday, the man in motion. Pressure. Pocket is held. They'll complete that pass. That's a good for a 4-yard gain. Again, Dalvin Smith. Lots of time for only 4 yards, but that's what Western Kentucky does.
That's exactly right. And Coach Dimmel said they were going to have to give up some of those dink and duck plays, but they can't break.
And it's interesting, the break came on a run up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrese Knight making the stop for UTEP. They'll fake the handoff and the quick snap out to the right side. The pass complete to Jimmy Holiday. Out in coverage, Boyd Matthews makes the stop for UTEP, but another healthy gain of close to 7 yards.
Yeah, and you can feel the shift in momentum right now. You can feel it going to the Hilltoppers. Right before half, UTEP was feeling good, but, Western Kentucky's kind of starting to take control of this game a little bit.
Call it a gain of 6. It's 2nd and 4. But the Toppers on the move. Reed will keep that run pass option. Miners have it well sighted, and it won't be enough for the first down. Reed a little bit the worse for wear, but good coverage by those UTEP linebackers. Keenan Stewart on the stop for UTEP. But again, another 3rd and short.
Yep, another 3rd and short. And Hilltoppers right now are feeling good about themselves. Let's see what they do.
Austin Reed, national champion at the Division II level. Miners have that one well stacked up on the handoff to Stepp. And it'll be right at the first down marker. Jake Hall leads the charge for UTEP. Looks like about a half step shy.
Yeah, it was a good tackle by Jake Hall getting in there, but man, the Western Kentucky keeps fighting and keeps pushing. You thought, man, maybe he'll fall forward and get that first down.
Didn't happen, but it looks like the offense is going to stay out on the field here. 4th down. Oh, they're actually going to mark it 2 yards shy of the first down marker. So 4th and 2. Western Kentucky will look to go for it. Reed with Corley in motion. Reed to Corley. The pass is caught for the first down. Throwing it short on 4th and short.
Wow.
And they make the sticks move.
What a pass and what a catch. And that's right there. That combination is what UTEP's missing. So see the confidence with Reed and Worley. They have that connection. They've been playing together for a while. UTEP doesn't have that with McConnell. That's where they're lacking right now when they try to throw the ball.
That'll get it up to the 30-yard line. First down for the Hilltoppers on the march. Irvin Poindexter, the running back here. They'll hand it to him. Met firmly. It'll be positive yardage. Call it close to 3 inside the 30. Tyrese Knight on the stop again for the Miners. One of the nation's leading tacklers, if not the lead. He's been at the top, back and forth between the top 3 all season long. And over 100 tackles again this season, his 2nd consecutive season over the century mark.
It's an outstanding football player.
Your old position.
Yes, it's a good one.
They'll hand it off again. Irvin Poindexter hampered. He's not going to have the first down, but he was close. James Neal that time. We talked about that tandem of running backs between Burgess and Hankins. Neal and Knight kind of go back and forth, don't they?
Yes, they do. And they're really coming out and coming alive in the second half. It's fun watching them play.
As a linebacker, what do you appreciate about what Tyrese Knight does?
I think it's just his effort every game. They have a 3-6 record, and this guy just doesn't quit.
That says a lot about what this Miners senior-laden bunch has been able to do in terms of leadership. They have what it takes to stop what they need to stop. Irvin Poindexter will be close to the first down. Oscar Moore on the stop for the Miners here. Mark it again about a half step short. So it'll be 4th down again.
He reaches second effort here, but you got to be careful and hold on to the ball too.
So 4th and short, Western Kentucky went for it further back up the field. They'll push here and have the first down. Austin Reed just plows his way forward. It's a good gain of 2 yards. Inside the 20 to the 18, and the Hilltoppers countering those steady UTEP drives with one of their own.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just Think of the same thing, Duke. We're seeing what UTEP did in the first half. Now Western Kentucky's doing just that.
"11 plays, 36 yards after the interception. The 12th play of the drive. Off his back foot, but this is going to be over the top and incomplete. Almost, but having to range back a little bit was River Helms. Kind of had to go back to try and catch it, didn't he?
The ball was underthrown. Reed was throwing off his back foot, so the ball was underthrown, but Helms was wide open in the end zone. That would have been an easy touchdown had he been able to get the ball to him.
Oscar Moore in coverage got a piece of that.
Yeah, that was an easy touchdown had that ball been thrown where it needed to be.
So 2nd and 10. Timeout UTEP, their second of the second half. And we'll have a timeout on the field with Western Kentucky up 7-3 as we draw inside the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Back after this on ESPN. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sun Bowl. Duke Keith and Jacob Boggs with you as the Miners hard up against it now. Western Kentucky on the march, doing Western Kentucky things, Jacob.
Yes, they are. They're dinking and dunking, and they're picking up first downs, and they've converted 2 fourth downs already.
As you pointed out, though, UTEP doing everything right except score the football. Reed still 6 of 15, 33 yards, and they're going to run it again. And why not? Up, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Flags, multiple flags down after the handoff to Malachi Corley. Showing the wheels.
Yes.
Corley, the leading receiver, he only has the 1 catch today. Wow, that's a big call. So from the spot of the foul, let's see where they mark it. Looked like it happened at the 15-yard line.
Yeah. UTEP catches a break there.
Corley upset he didn't get into the end zone. It wouldn't have counted anyway. So they'll bring it back to the 20, well, call it the 26. I think it's off the 25. No, it's right on the 25. So the hold happening at the 15. Timeout Western Kentucky, and both teams have taken 2 in this second half. The chess match continues, and I'll tell you what, UTEP and Dana Dimmel, along with Bradley Dale Provito, the defensive coordinator, have done a remarkable job this evening calling defense. When you can hold the leading passer in the nation to 33 yards through the air, you've done something right through nearly 3 quarters of play.
100% agree. They just got to keep it up. That right now, Western Kentucky is getting some momentum. They're not throwing the deep ball right now. They've tried a couple of times, but UTEP's got to keep the defensive pressure. The line's got to put pressure on the quarterback, and that's where they're winning right there is the defensive line.
Those quick passes do have the added effect of getting the ball out of the hands of Reed and not allowing the defensive pressure from UTEP to play a role.
Correct.
So, 2nd and 16 from the 25. Empty backfield here. Now they'll rotate LT Sanders in. Ooh. Quick pitch to Sanders up the middle, and he is spun out of 1 tackle inside the 10-yard line, keeps the feet moving, and he's down to the 6. 1st and goal, Western Kentucky.
What a play and what a run right there.
Clark on the final stop. Injured Miner down, that is Clark. As we take a look again, that's great timing. But spins out of Tyrese Knight's tackle. That is usually not what happens when number 10 wraps you up.
Yeah, number 10 usually takes you down, but he looked like Burgess for UTEP right there. A little slippery, quick guy. I do like the play call. I like the shovel pass. Haven't seen a shovel pass in a long time.
LT Sanders, 1st and goal, Hilltoppers. Tyson Helton throwing the changeup. Along with Reed They'll hand the ball off. And Sanders inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3 before Tyrese Knight makes the stop. 2nd and goal. Direct snap. Little misdirection around the right side. Corley will waltz into the end zone. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. The direct snap to LT Sanders. And it's like 3 players shuffle the ball. It's 3-card Monty.
Yeah.
And it results in 6 points for Western Kentucky.
And they make it look easy.
Corley's a happy camper. He's only got 3 catches this evening, but that will work. A treat for the Hilltoppers. Taking firm command of this one as Carnero on for the PAT. The kick is good. 14-3 Western Kentucky here in the Sun Bowl. And the Miners desperate for some offensive answers here.
Yeah.
What a play.
Okay, yeah, they just got a hat on everybody, and he was untouched. Great job by Western Kentucky.
Corley will take a knee and give thanks in the end zone. It's been a sigh of relief for Western Kentucky, but things firmly in control for the Hilltoppers here. And the Miners need an answer, and they need 6 points.
They do, and so last game UTEP had was last week on Tuesday night. They beat Sam Houston State. It was a dogfight. They were down by 14 and ended up coming back and winning that game. So they're going to have to show that same hunger and thirst for one. If they want to play in a bowl game, they've got to do something about it right now.
Corey Munson will kick it off for Western Kentucky. Out of the back of the end zone for the touchback, and again the Miners, 1st and 10 from the 25. Work to do for Cade McConnell. Young sophomore has shown that ability, and Tyson Hilton talked about it with in our discussion with him this week. Throwing the deep ball, he's very effective doing that.
He is. He throws a really good deep ball. He's got to be able to see the field a little bit better on those intermediate passes. But he's just lacking a little experience right now. That's the only thing.
8 of 15 for 96 yards through the air for McConnell. They'll hand the ball off, and with a full head of steam, Deion Hankins will move the pile for about 7.5, call it 8 yards. Rome Weber on the stop. Another 8 yards for the man they call Tankins. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. 14-3, Hilltoppers have things well under control here in the Sun Bowl. The Miners will try to answer as we start the 4th quarter here from El Paso, Texas. Back after this. Welcome back to the Sun Bowl. Duke Keith, Jacob Boggs with you. Miners starting with a 2nd and 2 to begin the 4th quarter. Desperate to get something going offensively. Two running backs surround McConnell. He'll hand off to Hankins, and Hankins will have the first down. On the stop, Kylan Gidry. So the Miners will move the chains. Another 4 on the ground for Hankins, up to 66 on the night. 16 carries. They'll fake it, play action. McConnell rolling out, right side, and wide open is Akari. He'll waltz into the end zone for 6. Just what the doctor ordered for UTEP. 62 yards through the air for 6.
There we go. Good pass by McConnell. He had some time. Akari got away. Beautiful play by UTEP, just what they needed.
Big play offense. Tyson Helton talked about their need to not allow UTEP to do that. The Miners just did exactly what they wanted to do. First touchdown of the night for the Miners. Flaviano to put it through for one more. And the Miners back in business, 14-10. Toppers still with the lead. As we take a look at this one again.
Oh yeah, Akari just got free there. What a great job.
Looked like they tried to spy McConnell rolling out to the right a little bit. Maybe, make you think twice about it's a nice foul from Akari as he gets into the end zone. Make you think twice about a quarterback on the move, but McConnell puts the ball nicely up the field. Let's take a break. Be back with more from the fourth quarter after this. Welcome back. Buzz Flaviano will kick it off as the Miners back within 4. This ball will bounce into the end zone, and Western Kentucky will let it go. 1st and 10 from the Hilltoppers 25 as Western Kentucky ready to go back to work.
Yeah, I think Western Kentucky is going to come out here and they're going to try to milk the clock and take as much time off as they possibly can. They've done a great job up to now in this third quarter, second half. And we'll see what they do. UTEP's got to really step it up and play that first half defense ball that they've been playing.
Again, Reed just 58 yards through 3 quarters of play, but it is Western Kentucky on top. Their ground game has been outstanding. Young, over 100 yards, 106 on just 7 carries, including the 64-yard touchdown run. And they'll hand here to Young. On the first play, the Miners have it well wrapped up. It's going to be a yard loss. James Neal on the stop. So make it 105 yards for Young. He'll trade that if the Hilltoppers can keep that ball moving. Here's Reed throwing over the middle. Oh, a zip of a pass. Complete to the tight end, River Helms. He was ready for it just that quickly. Good job by Tyler Williams on the stop, but not before Western Kentucky moves the sticks up to the 41.
Yeah, and plenty of time to throw. What a dart. He just gets it off so quickly, gets it to the 6'4", 240-pounder.
Here's Young picking his way through. We might have a flag on the field on the stop, Westmoreland. Nope, it's just a gain of 6 yards, 2nd and 4 coming up. Miners looking for their 41st win all-time on homecoming night. But right now it's Western Kentucky in control. They'll hand the ball off. A little change of pace. Irvin Poindexter on the carry. It'll be 3rd and short coming up. Tyrese Knight on the stop for UTEP. About 1.5 yards shy of the first down marker.
Although Western Kentucky likes to run on this 3rd and short, they also throw the ball, so UTEP's got to be ready for everything. And they got to bring a little bit of pressure from the ends.
Reed will take that long snap, zips one out, and it's incomplete, but I heard whistles. False start. So the play never happened. 3rd and 1 becomes 3rd and 6. Not that that's necessarily a problem for a team that moves the ball as effectively as Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. They might as well line up and call the same play again.
But it is 3rd and long. Western Kentucky just 3 of 9 on 3rd down conversions tonight. Miners have done an excellent job defensively. They'll bring the pressure, but lots of time, and the throw is complete. What a catch along the sideline. Out it goes to Jimmy Holiday. Huge pass completion on 3rd and long.
Yeah, what a catch. What a throw, too. I mean, back shoulder. Like I said, these are guys that have been working together, and UTEP's got to get their head turned around.
Amir Boyd Matthews in coverage, and they'll go right back to Young here on the ground. He'll plow his way into the middle of the field. That's a good gain of close to 6 yards on that carry. Tyrese Knight on the stop. 2nd and 4 coming up. Well, Reed has found his groove. Now over 100 yards in the night. 11 of 20 for 102.
Yep, he's feeling good about himself right now. Feeling good about his team.
Won a Division II championship with West Florida. The Argos before transferring D1. Here's Young right up the middle. Young, 1st and goal coming up.
We talked earlier, this 4th quarter has to be where both teams find that hunger and that fight. And right now, Western Kentucky's showing who wants it more. Missed tackle. Man, big holes in the missed tackles in the second line of defense.
Elijah Young gets the Hilltoppers 2 yards away from pay dirt. 22 yards for Young. He remains the back in the backfield. They want to hand it to him and let it pay off. Young trying to go over the top. He's not going to get there. It'll be inside the 1. So call it statistically a gain of 1, but that'll bring up 2nd down. Young, 12 carries, 139 yards after that one. Trying to go a little Billy Sims over the top. And they are reviewing the play to see if he got into the end zone. Did he break the plane?
Yeah, when he jumped, it looked like he may have broke that plane.
But do we have the camera angle to definitively show it if it happened?
Yeah.
So the replay booth will be taking a look along with our head referee, Garrett Dickerson. Shout out to that crew: Dickerson, Jeremy Epps, the umpire, Jeffrey Mikas, the head linesman, Jonathan May, the line judge, Clarence Cotton, the field judge, Gordon Everett, side judge, Danny Fowler, the back judge, and Christopher Bordelon, the center judge. Can we see it from here?
Yeah, it's not the right angle. We want the side angle, but he may.
Well, and the thing about replays, it's got to be definitively different from the call on the field, which was no touchdown.
Yes.
It has to show that.
Oh.
It did. They have an angle that we haven't seen. Touchdown is the call. So Knight, or rather Young, into the end zone for his 2nd score of the night. And a 1-yard run becomes a 2-yard run. So Western Kentucky into the end zone. To make this a double-digit lead. The kick is up, the kick is good, and it's Western Kentucky on top of the Miners by 11. 9:34 left in our 4th quarter. We've got a timeout on the field. The Miners will need another response to hang into this game. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sun Bowl. Here is the play and the angle that might have sealed the replay deal. Up over the top. Yeah, that looks like 6 points.
Yeah, he got in.
So Young with his second score of the night. 12 carries, 139 yards. And it's the ground game that has kept Western Kentucky out ahead of this UTEP Miners squad tonight.
Yeah, it shows you how quickly Western Kentucky can strike. Like, I thought they were going to take more time off the clock and chip away, but they just went ahead and took it to UTEP that series.
8 plays, 75 yards, 441. So when they get that engine revving, Western Kentucky can take off. And Reed, through 3 quarters, under 40 yards passing, now has 102.
UTEP has to play with the mindset right now. Every play could potentially make or break their season.
So the Miners down by 11. McConnell has 1 deep pass. More than likely he'll have to have another if the Miners are going to get back on top. They'll roll him out. He'll start short. That pass is complete to Lopez, the fullback, out of the backfield. Good gain of 8 to start this drive. 2nd and 2 coming up. Lopez, a nice option to catch balls as a fullback. They will run him out there. He remains in the backfield. They'll hand the ball off this time to Burgess. Torrance Burgess picks his way through. To move the chains, Deontay McCray on the stop from Western Kentucky. Still a little bit of time for UTEP. They don't have to make everything up in 1 or 2 possessions, but they've got to go forward.
They absolutely do. They've got to go forward is right. That's a good way to put it, Duke.
Play action. McConnell throws it, and it's incomplete. Out along the sideline looking for Akari. Just a bit off target. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I mean, they've got time. You can take some time off of this series, this drive, but you've got to be able to get the ball back on defense, and you've got to come away with points, with a touchdown.
They didn't know the play call. Looks like a little confusion. Denzel Elaine, or rather Marcus Vinson, was out there and in motion, and that'll be the Miners' final timeout of this 2nd half. So no more timeouts. Back with more for the 4th quarter when we continue. Welcome back. Miners forced to burn their final timeout just to get set. No room for errors here for the Miners. They cannot lose another game and continue to be bowl eligible. 5 wins might get you there. Double reverse. McConnell trying to make some protection there, but nowhere for the Miners' Ryan Gonzalez to go up the field.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to throw the ball downfield.
They lose 2 yards as a result. Hankins, the handoff.
Yeah, it looks like he was looking for somebody, but everybody was well covered. Hilltopper defense is playing very well right now.
That was actually Yamil Oaxaca. Brought in, and that's a loss of 2 back to the 35. So 3rd and 12, staring the Miners in the face, trying to make something happen. It never worked out. Great defense by the Toppers.
Yes.
showing blitz here. Looks like they're bringing the house. They will. And McConnell goes down, takes his first sack of the night. They overload the line, and down he goes, leading the charge, Sebastian Benjamin. Huge loss for the Miners.
What a great defensive call. And the Hilltoppers are showing right now why they're one of the top teams in the conference.
They haven't brought a lot of pressure tonight, but when they absolutely needed it, they found the defensive play that may just seal the deal.
Yeah, and it would have been, you know, with experience with McConnell, he could have checked down to something, trying to get the ball off a little quicker. But, you know, that'll come with time.
Excellent punt by Sloan. Fair catch called for and made at the 26-yard line by Katie Hutchinson. Boy, they dialed up the blitz at exactly the right time.
Oh, they did. That was a beautiful call.
Defensive coordinator Tyson Summers knew what he wanted to see, and he got it. So we've got a timeout on the field. We'll stay here. And again, UTEP has done such a good job, I think. We talked about the senior leadership. This is a team that's senior laden. Not everybody's healthy right now, but it's a locker room that has stayed positive. You see the fight on the field. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. And you don't know exactly what that is as we take a look at the upcoming schedule. For the Miners to get bowl eligible, they have to win here today. And Western Kentucky, big one versus New Mexico State. That could really be a huge decider to see who's going to face Liberty in the Conference USA Championship game.
Absolutely, and then Sam Houston State. These are all winnable games. Western Kentucky can win out, and an 8-win season would be great for them.
New Mexico State, Sam Houston, and FIU. Sam Houston still, as they make the jump to FBS, looking for a win. Middle Tennessee and Liberty for the UTEP Miners, and again, 5 wins can get you bowl eligible if everybody else misses out, if there aren't enough teams to fill out the bowl schedule. But to assure yourself of a spot, you've got to get 6.
Yes, agreed. And UTEP's got to find a way. There's been teams come back, but 21 down with 4 minutes left. It's not out of the question for UTEP, but they've definitely got to step up on defense. They've got to play defense like they played in the first half, and they've got to score quickly on offense.
It seems, though, that Reed and Western Kentucky, for their part, have found their groove. What has been the difference to you as you've taken a look here?
Yeah, what I've seen is that they've been able to provide a little more protection for Reed. So earlier on, UTEP was putting a lot of pressure on Reed, not able to get the ball off. Second half, he's come out. They made adjustments. They're holding their blocks. Reed's got time to throw, and they're quick throws. And even when they're 15 yards down the field, they're quick.
Right. And that's the thing. You just saw the stats there. Austin Reed, 102 yards. This is the leading passer in the country. He's got 102 yards, but I don't think he's unhappy about this performance at all because they're on top, headed for their 5th win.
Yes.
If they can hold serve here. For McConnell, that is, I think, perfectly in his wheelhouse. Exactly what Dana Dimmel wanted to see from his sophomore quarterback. For Austin Reed, a disappointment, but they have the lead. On the carry, and Devin Lynch on the stop. James Neal for the Miners. On that one, it's a gain of 4. That'll bring up 2nd and 6. Austin Reed ready to go back to work. They'll hand the ball off again. Miners have that one well sniffed out. Tyrese Knight giving LT Sanders a run through the spin cycle. Sanders got away from him once. Tyrese Knight's not about to let that happen again.
Yeah, and it looks like they were maybe talking about that after the play.
So, 3rd and long. Can the Miners get off the field? Western Kentucky 4 of 10 on 3rd downs, but much better in the second half. They'll hand it off. LT Sanders will not get the first down, but the Miners can't stop the clock now. On the stop, Canius Bond. So Western Kentucky will be content to punt the football away. Burgess will be deep to receive. It's been the one aspect Dana Dimel wanted to see happen tonight that the Miners really haven't gotten to go, and that's something special in special teams.
Yes. Yeah, we'll see what happens here, but so far nothing has happened. Haven't even had an opportunity really to return the ball.
Ellard, left-footed punter, drives one deep. It'll be caught. Gets down the field quickly to the 25, and Burgess will pick his way across the 30 before he steps out of bounds. Miners decent starting field position, but again in a position offensively where they must make things happen, especially with only 4.5 left.
Yeah, they've got to be quick right now. They have to think 2-minute drill right now.
The Miners' hopes resting in the arms of the sophomore quarterback from California. Cade McConnell started this season as the 4th string QB. Injuries have made him the man for UTEP. Play action. McConnell will go deep. Down the field, and the catch is made. What a grab by UTEP's Marcus Vincent.
Yeah, great job by Marcus Vincent coming back for the ball, spotting the ball, and coming back. McConnell knew where he was wanting to go right away. He looked right over there. He actually had, it looked like Akari coming across the middle who was wide open. But again, the inexperience is going to the receiver, his first choice right there.
What a grab by Vincent, though. Vincent's listed on the depth chart as the long snapper. McConnell, that's batted down. Looking for Akari. Western Kentucky able to knock that down. Nico Cooper got a fist to it, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10. I'm looking down the roster, and I'm looking at Marcus Vincent. It doesn't say tight end. It says LS, long snapper.
Long snapper, yep.
Goodness. UTEP pulling out the stops and filling gaps where they can. Vincent with a great catch. Whistles stop the play before it begins. It's a false start. Not exactly what UTEP wanted, but at this point, 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15, it's the end zone that counts for the Miners.
Yeah, I believe this is their 6th penalty of the game. This is something that's hurt them throughout the season.
Not just the penalties, but sometimes the timing of the penalties.
Correct, exactly.
They'll catch him on the screen. Getting it out to Hankins, and that's a pretty solid tackle by Western Kentucky's Desmond Baker. Needed to be there. Hankins will gain 3 yards back, but it's 3rd and 12 coming up.
Yeah, good job coming off his block and making a tackle by Baker.
McConnell, good time to throw to Akari. It's not beyond the first down marker, though. Akari had to range up and get it to the 30. It'll bring up 4th and 2. Obviously, though, 4-down territory for Dana Dimel and the Miners.
And, you know, you just don't see the urgency right now with UTEP. I know they've got they got some time to line up, but they're just walking around out there. They need to get lined up and let's get going.
4th and 2. Ballard in motion. McConnell will pass it, and it is caught by Ballard beyond the first down marker. So the fourth down conversion by UTEP to the Western Kentucky 24. Miners trying to keep hope alive, but the clock, though it is stopped right now, under 3 minutes.
Yeah, good throw by McConnell.
It's a solid effort.
Solid effort. They've got to take some shots right now. They've got to get a little closer and take some shots.
McConnell looks like he's about to try exactly that. McConnell just trying to get loose and gets brought down by Loving. Right position as McConnell didn't want to force a throw.
Didn't want to force it. Hilltopper secondary is playing very well right now. They're not letting the receivers for UTEP go anywhere.
Four-man rush for Western Kentucky. Trying to keep things in front of them. Good pressure. McConnell throws it up and it's picked. On the run, flag is down. Rome Weber makes the interception. Let's see what the flags are about. It might be roughing the passer. McConnell facing the rush. Flags are down by where he went down.
It looks like it's coming back.
The clock stopped with 1:44 left. Let's hear our explanation. Indeed. Kylan Guidry whistled for the penalty, and that'll move the ball up the field 15 yards. Maybe a little bit after the play that we didn't see.
Yeah, that didn't look bad right there.
No. Didn't look worth a flag, you're right.
No.
But the camera angle kind of moved away there at the last.
Yeah, definitely not sure what happened after the play, but that was not a that should not have been called a penalty.
Miners keep
from
the
what
ball.
We saw.
No. So 1st and 10 inside the 15. Here's McConnell. He'll take it. Looking for the sidelines, gets tripped out of bounds, and they will whistle the clock stopped. He'll get there. So again, using his legs to buy UTEP some time and space. Not trying to force it, but only 97 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, you've got to start taking some shots at the end zone.
But Western Kentucky certainly knows that.
Yes, they do. And I like how they're bringing the pressure. They continue to bring the pressure, and whether they're blitzing or not, they're getting upfield.
Elijah Boyd checking in. Akari in motion and back again. Here's McConnell, avoids the rush, has to stay on his feet, nowhere to go, and he goes down in a heap right in the middle of the field.
Yep, and no timeouts.
UTEP right back at it, but they've got to get to the line.
Yeah, and one thing they may want to do is consider kicking a field goal after this, and then kick an onside kick, because you need 2 scores.
So let's see what they do. To the end zone, lofted in, and it's picked. Nope, It's dropped. Weber.
Should have been intercepted.
It should have been. Weber was right there. But the old adage about why defensive backs are defensive backs and not wide receivers, correct?
Right. That's right.
And they will bring on Flabiano to attempt the field goal.
Oh, hit him right in the face.
Goodness.
Man, that's a play you don't want to watch on film with all your teammates.
No. You're speaking from the voice of experience?
No, I'm not.
That's good. That's good. 31-yard field goal attempt for Flabiano. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Miners on the board. That gets them 13, making this a one-possession game, but under a minute remaining, and the Miners will have to attempt the onside kick.
Yes. Well, let's see what happens. The game could have been ended with that interception. All the Hilltoppers would need to do is take a knee and game over. But let's see if UTEP can grab an onside kick and make it interesting.
So Western Kentucky and Tyson Helton has to feel happy about what his defense has accomplished, but that's kind of a big penalty, and the Miners still alive tonight.
Yes. Yeah, there's some things the Hilltoppers can clean up for sure. But
Coach,
you got to be happy about how they came out in the second half as Helton, and a lot of positives going forward.
For the Miners, special teams coordinator Aaron Price going through the drill that you practice. Usually at the end of practice, you see the special teams guys going through this all the time. Flabiano and the Miners have got to execute this to perfection. Again, the ball has to go 10 yards up the field. They'll pooch punt it, basically. It'll be brought down, but Western Kentucky has the ball, and wisely going to the field to cover that is Elijah Young. Bring out the hands, guys. Elijah Young certainly knew what to do with it. And now Western Kentucky can take a knee.
Yeah, not crazy about that kick right there. That really didn't give UTEP an opportunity to retrieve it, but
that's interesting. Yeah. Kind of a squib kick, and I think they wanted to see what would pop loose. Yeah. Sometimes the upbacks
see if they catch them off guard.
Right. But it's picked up by Elijah Young. And that is going to do it. Western Kentucky is going to get its 5th win of the season. 1 away from bowl eligibility, 3-2, and still very much alive in the Conference USA race to get to the title game. One more snap, and it's over. Miners can do nothing about it. Miners will drop to 2-4. This pretty much ends their dream of bowl eligibility. One more knee for Reed, and that is going to do it. So it's Western Kentucky, 5-2. Dana Dimmel and the Miners falling to 3-7, 2-4 in Conference USA. And the Miners will need to make everything happen in their final 2 games if they want to be even on the precipice of being one of those 5-win teams that make the postseason. Yep. As for Western Kentucky, the dream is alive. Jacob, it was a fun game to watch tonight. Miners did their job defensively in the first half. Second half, a bit of a different story.
Yeah, definitely a different ball game. So UTEP came out firing on all cylinders. I mean, it was a defensive struggle at first. They gained control of the ball first half. Should have scored a touchdown to finish up, and came out in the second half a different team.
Credit Western Kentucky for that. Reed will want to forget this night, at least for his stats. 102 is all he finishes with, the leading passer in the country, but a 21-13 win, you'll be a happy camper there.
Absolutely. And any good teammate wants the victory.
Some highlights as we go out. Our thanks to my friend Jacob Boggs, Alberto Urieta, our spotter, producer Keith King, director Chris Swan. For everybody here in El Paso, I'm Duke Keith. The final score again, Western Kentucky 21, UTEP 13. Until next time, so long, everybody.